You know what Richard told me before? That your next opponent, you know who he said?
What did he say?
Wilder.
I told you I'm not going to be part of it.
We don't know who the next opponent might be.
Well, how were the ab workouts, being that you hadn't really done much of that before?
Everybody asks about that. It's true. I hardly ever do any core training or any ab work. I have in the past for other fights, but I'm talking about 5, 6 years ago maybe. It's been a long time. So for this fight, we did have to introduce it again and adjust the training a little bit. We are, like I said, we're moving up in weight. Everybody gets surprised that I'm gonna do abs or that I'm working differently. Well, shit, if I'm up in weight, I better do something.
Right? Yeah.
It's part of the training, to move up in weight. You have to change training a little bit. And that's why we did. We went to snack, created content, and we worked well, and we kept some of that same routine here in the gym. I don't expect to be physically bigger. I don't expect to be this monster all of a sudden. No.
You're not ripped. You don't have the summer bod going right now.
I'm just gonna be a little bit bigger so that I can be at a welterweight, so I can also take those punches, and I can get that size required to fight at welterweight. But I don't want to lose my speed. I don't want to lose my reaction time. I don't want to lose my explosiveness, which a lot of times other fighters do. They bulk up way too much, they gain too much muscle, and then they become slow and sluggish. I don't want to do that.
Have you felt your physical difference when you're sparring kind of these bigger guys? Have you felt like, I can't put a little more weight on these guys, I can, things like that?
I felt the same, but you see the results, so I feel the same. Honestly, I'll tell you, I feel the same as every other time, but you see the results, and that's when you realize that, this work has worked. The type of work that I'm doing is actually there, the results are there. When you see the numbers, that the blood exam, the test, all that, they test for everything, and you see the results, you see the improvements. When you see the sparring sessions, and I'm sparring much bigger guys, but if it wasn't for the apparent size disadvantages and changes, you wouldn't tell who's a stronger guy. I'm holding my own against some very, very big men, and they will tell you too that the power's there. So I see that. I feel the same, but then I see it in the ring, and that's what tells me, gives me the confidence that I'm ready as I could ever be.